one of its medians, and one of its medians is inclined at 40 degree to VP. 40 degree to VP. Draw the projections. I'll repeat the question once again. An equilateral triangular lamina of 25 mm sides lies on one of its sides on HP. Full stop. The lamina makes 45 degree with HP and one of its medians is inclined at 40 degree to VP. Full stop. Draw its projections. So that was the question given. So first, what I told, whatever the question given, first list out what is the lamina given. The lamina given is equilateral triangular lamina. What is the size of the lamina? 25 mm. It is resting on which plane? It is resting on HP. Resting on HP. So these are all the resting on HP, and whether it is resting on one of its edges or corners, that also he has given in the question. An equilateral triangular lamina of 25 mm sides lies on one of its sides on HP. That means the other name for edges is the side. Resting on HP on one of its sides. So this is enough. This much data is enough to draw the first position, front and top view. So what is the first position, front and top view? I'll go with this now. So let us draw. As usual, X, Y, VP, HP. So whatever we draw in VP, it is called the front view throughout. Whatever we draw in HP is called as top view throughout, but only change in the positions. First position, second and third position. So here we are adopting the method to solve the problem is change of position method. Okay, there are so many methods to solve. We are adopting change of position method to attain the final answer. Okay. So now, what is the view I supposed to get here? He has given triangle 25 mm sides resting on HP on one of its sides, so that it is very clear that a side has to come here, or edges, whatever the given condition, edges or corner, that has to come towards right side. So that we are done here. Once you're done, it is an equilateral triangle. So complete 60 degree or 25 and 25. Make it as an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle is done. Then what you're supposed to do? Name it. How to name? Leftmost from the bottom, which is the first corner. This is the first corner I can see. So this is A. Move anti-clockwise. B, C. So this is finished. You show the dimensions. 60 degree only once. Don't show 60 degree for all. Only once you show. And show the dimension of this. So what is height of this? This dimension should be thin. Lamina should be thick. This is 25. So this is done. Now take the projections. If I take the projections from here, from B, again from C, all the 3 points, I taken the projections till the vertical plane or x-axis. Then again in the front view, it look like a horizontal line. Means a simple plate, it look like a horizontal line. So the name of this is A dash, B dash, and C dash. See, somebody yesterday they solved good. I am in my screen white. Something I got a message. Just I'll read that. In my screen, where you are drawing is out of the frame. Okay. Now can you see? What about now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. So this is done. The front and top view is done for the first position. So let us go for the second position. So after this, I'll rub this. First position is finished. To go for the second position, what you have to see? You have to check that where that lamina is resting, whether it is resting on BP or HP. It is resting on HP. So satisfy the condition with respect to HP. What is the condition given with respect to HP? Can you tell? With respect to HP, it is telling the lamina makes 45 degree to HP. That means earlier problem used to tell the surface of the lamina makes 45 degree. Now he is telling the lamina makes. Both are same. This lamina is 0 degree now. It is resting on HP. You don't want that resting on HP. You want that to be 45 degree. So what I'll do? It is resting on HP, so first satisfy with respect to HP. So I'll move conveniently and I'll draw 45 degree line. Simply draw the 45 degree line with a bigger length. There is no distance. You draw any distance. Then what is our intention? Our intention is this lamina, this size has to come here. So that measure this distance, keeping this as a center, cut an arc. So if you cut an arc, the arc will come here, make this visible. So this is the lamina now. The same lamina, instead of resting horizontally, it is means resting on HP, it is tilted to 45 degree. The name remains same, A dash, C dash. See, this should be small letter. Yesterday somebody has given, the solution was correct, only change was the naming. They are written capital letter. It should be small letter. After this, take the vertical projection from A, B, anyhow C is also there, it is done. Show the arrow marks. I forgot to show here arrow marks. Don't forget to show the arrow marks in all the positions. Then move horizontally from point A, B, C. All the three are done. Show the arrow marks A, B, C. So now coincide A and A dash. This is same as previous, so I'll move fast. This is B, this is C. So complete this. So what is the name of this view? The name of this view is called second position top view. Top view of second position. This is clear. Any doubt still here? I hope nobody is having doubt till here. Next is the thing. What is the condition given with respect to VP? With respect to HP is finished. What is the given condition with respect to VP? With respect to VP is telling one of its medians is inclined at 40 degree to VP. That means what? Where is the median? Median. The other name for the median is perpendicular bisector. Where is the bisector for the triangle?
BM.
From all the corners, if you draw the line till it reaches the opposite edge midpoint, that is called median. Means from this point A, if I draw the line till it reaches opposite edge midpoint, that line is called median. So that in a lamina, we will get three medians. We will get three medians. Line joining from A to here, B to this, C to this. So now already this lamina, we already went to this position. This cleared. Now we have to copy this figure to the next position. First, I'll draw the angle. What is the angle given? 40 degree, no? So take parallel line. Draw the line at an angle of 40 degree. You be careful here. You check out, you observe here carefully what I am doing. 40 degree line you have stood. He's telling the median, one of the median. So the better median to select is this B, and I'll give the imaginary name for this as M. I'll select this B and M to be placed here. So here what I'll do first, I'll measure the distance of B and M in the first position. In the first position, I'll measure the distance between B and M and I'll cut an arc. So if I cut an arc, so what is the length of this? The length of this is equal to the position of the distance between B and M in the first figure, correct? This figure I'm measuring and cutting an arc. Then I'll draw the locus line. Can you see what I'm doing? I'll draw the locus line. Then I'll measure the distance of the reduced length B and M. With the same center, cut an arc. With the same center, measure the distance of B and M from the second figure. Keeping the same center, cut an arc on the locus. The arc will intersect here. Now you join the thin line from here to this line and extend. So this line is called beta. So can you tell why I am doing this beta method only for this problem? For previous problem, I did not do this. Simply straight away I taken the second figure and I copied. But now I am doing this beta. What is the reason? Okay, I will explain. See here. What he is telling, the lamina is resting on HP. Then the surface of the lamina is inclined at 45 degree. And the median of the lamina is 40 degree. That means, see the length of the median in the first position and the length of the median in the second position. Whether it is same or reduced. Obviously, it will be reduced. Correct? Because of this inclination, the length of the median will be reduced. That means, if any line, if it is reduced from first position to second position, again he is telling to rotate that same line, then beta is required for all the problem. If the same line is rotated twice, here what line I am concentrating? He is concentrating on the median. See the length of the median here. length of the median here, if it is reduced, and again if he is telling to rotate the same median, then the same median is rotated twice, once with respect to HP, once with respect to VP. In that case, we want beta. Clear? But in the previous problem, what we did, the surface is inclined and the edge on which it rests was 30 degree. That means this is the edge on which it rests. What is the length of the edge in the first position? 25. What is the length of the edge on which it rests in the second position? It is same as 25. There is no reduction in the edge length of the edge from first position to second position. So we are not taken the help of beta. Understood? Here, why we are taking the help of beta is because he is telling the median is rotated for the VP. So, of course, here he has not given directly the median is rotated with respect to HP. But if the surface is inclined, it is automatically understood that the median is rotated to HP and the length of the median is reduced. So, again, the median is rotating once again. So, we need to find out beta. Understood? But in the same problem, if I mention appears to be 40 degree, if I'm in the same problem, just instead of telling the median is rotated to 40 degree, if I tell the median is rotated to, the median is appears to be rotated to 40 degree, then that means no need to calculate beta. He himself has calculated the beta. The value given was beta. If he is telling appears to be in the question, that means the beta is calculated by himself and he is asking directly to draw the beta. Understood? If the same line is rotated twice, we want beta. You keep that in mind. In some problems, again, even though the same line is rotated twice, the beta is not drawn. Why we are not drawing that in that case? Because he has mentioned the word called appears to be. Appears to be indicates the beta he has already calculated and he has given the value of beta. Clear? Complete till here. I'll explain this figure and the final portion. Draw the rough figure and complete. I think till here there is no issue. Only doubt will be this one. You copy the procedure now. Again, in the next problem, I'll explain the beta concept once again. You will come to know what is the difference between beta and non-beta problem. Just you copy and message me. It is done, sir. So that I'll go with the third position. If you're having doubt, you leave this. I'll explain once again this how to construct. If you're not having doubt, you please proceed. Means I want you to know how we got the value of beta. Make it fast. Once it is done, please message me. Okay. Okay. So Bhanu Shankar has messaged it is done, sir. Okay. So I think probably everybody has done till here. You can do without explanation also. You can do till here. Here further what I did, whatever the angle given to 40 degree, I draw the 40 degree line. On that 40 degree line, you measure the distance of the median in the first position. That is the distance between M and B. You measure this distance, keeping anywhere on this, cut an arc. So that you are going to cut an arc on this 40 degree line somewhere. Don't start from here. You take somewhere here, somewhere on the line, complete. Then once you got the intersection of the arc and the line, from there you draw the line called locus. Locus line you try to draw. This is called the locus line. You know what is the thickness of locus? How to draw the locus. Then measure the distance of median in the second position, B and M. Take this, keeping the same center where we are used to cut this arc. With the same center, cut once again the arc on the locus. See, this arc will cut twice. If you cut the arc from this, keeping this as a center, if you cut the arc, this arc will cut twice. So you concentrate on the arc which is nearer to the first arc. Which is nearer to the first arc, you concentrate. We don't concentrate on the second arc. Okay? Done. From here, you draw the line till the center, extend further. You measure that angle. That angle is called beta. You write down the answer. Beta is equal to how much? What is the value of beta? You're supposed to write. So probably you got how to draw this. So you get a beta. There is no issue. Now I'll explain how to copy this figure here. We want to copy this figure here, no? So to copy this figure here, what these 2 points indicates what? Those 2 points indicates the point B and M. So my duty is to rotate this B and M to that. So either if you are free to rotate in this direction or free to rotate in this direction. That means the point B and M has to be on these 2 points. B may be here, here. M may be here and here. It's up to you how you are going to rotate. There is no rule in which method I should rotate. Only he is telling the median should be on that beta line. So that B and M is a median. It's supposed to be on the beta line. You check out how to rotate. So what I'll do, for easiest method, I'll take beta B to this index finger and M to the thumb. Take this, rotate. So this will be B and this will be M. So I'll name it. This is B and M. You can rotate in other way also, no issue. So B and M is done. So what is the relation between BM and AC? It is perpendicular. So I'll draw perpendicular from which point? From the point M. From the point M, draw perpendicular to the beta line, not for the earlier line. Now you think that earlier line is not there. Only you should concentrate on beta line. So draw perpendicular line for this beta line, not for the blue line. You should draw perpendicular for the beta line. Once you draw perpendicular, measure a distance from M to A, M to C, M to A and M to T, M to C. You should be very careful where A is supposed to go, because A is supposed to come here or here. You check out. B is here, M is here and C is above. So if I rotate like this point will be automatically C and this point will be A. Join this. This completes the lamina. This to here. You know, without the beta, you know how to copy from here to here. Now there is a beta line. Just you concentrate. For the beta line, I am doing this exercise and complete. Once you've done that, again normal procedure. Take the projection, complete the image here. Just the new concept here is the value of beta. How to find out beta. So take the projection line from point C, B, A. So here also from B, A, C. Take the projection line, arrow marks. Then you place it. Whereas the A is here, coinciding A point is here, A dash. This is B dash. And this is C dash. Join and complete the image. So those 3 points I got. So I join from A to B, B to C, C to D. So this completes the final image. Is there? Completed. So here you should learn very carefully about how to draw the beta. First, you should know one, in which question I supposed to get beta. So here, whatever you have to coincide on that given angle, you check out the length in the first position and second position. If it is reduced, definitely beta has to come. In the same problem, if it is even though if it is reduced, in the same question, if he has mentioned appears to be, then beta is not required. That's all. If you solve 2 to 3 more problems, you'll come to know what when beta is required or not required. Complete it and then inform me if it is completed or not. So all of you, please try to draw to the actual scale after the class. Now you copy the image without the actual scale. Okay, because just to save the time, I'm giving that suggestion. Later on, you can copy as per the scale in your sketchbook. So I'll repeat again, whenever you come for the college, means whenever the college reopens, you must submit the sketchbook. In all respects, it should be completed. Assignment as well as the classwork, what I'm doing, online classwork. Either it may be in the sketchbook or it may be in the plain sheet. I'll not worry about that. You should know how to draw the diagrams to the actual scale. Nobody should tell we were not having the sketchbook, we are not having the instrument. No, instrument, if it is not there, you purchase the instrument wherever you are and try to draw to the actual scale. Anybody having doubt? Please discuss with me. Please ask. Feel free to ask the doubts. Abhishek B. Joshi. Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Which year? No.
No, sir.
Okay.
I understood, sir.
Madhu P. Any doubts?
Yes, sir. No, sir. I understood.
Srikanth. Any doubts?
Yes, sir. No,
Okay.
sir. No, sir.
Completed till here? Till completed everything?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Shall I
sir.
go for the next problem?
Okay, sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Treating that everybody has done, I will go with the next problem so that we'll come to know what is the beta answer did you got? If not, you check out. The beta answer is 71 degree, 71. The value of beta is 71 degree. You find out later. Next. Next, I'll go with the square problem because you already done square. Square resting on corner is done. No, one problem is done on square resting on corner. Correct? I done that. I know. You take the next problem. A square plate plate is nothing but a lamina. A square plate of 40 mm size, 40. A square plate of 40 mm size rest on HP such that one of its diagonals is inclined at 30 degree to HP, such that one of its diagonals is inclined at 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to VP. 45 degree to VP. We'll stop. Draw its projections. Full stop. I'll read once again the question. A square plate of 40 mm size rests on HP such that one of its diagonal is inclined at 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to VP. Full stop. Draw its projections. So I'll write down the first condition, means the first position. To draw the first position, what are all the data is required? You should know what is the lamina given. You list out that first. He has given square lamina of, he has given the square lamina of 40 mm size resting on HP on one of its, whether he has given one of its corner or edges, that directly he has not mentioned. It is resting on edges or corner, he has not mentioned. But he is telling a square lamina of some dimension resting on HP such that one of its diagonals is inclined at 30 degree to HP. So that means if you want to see, I'll draw it. This is X, VP, HP. So if I rest on edge position,
Sides.
what will happen? If I rest on one of its
Diagonal
sides,
will be
the diagonal will be
this way.
like this. Correct. So what he is telling, the one of its diagonals should be at some angle to HP. But if I rest like this, so the front view will be horizontal. And if I rotate, how many diagonals will be at 30 degree now? Both these diagonals will be at 30 degree, because if I rotate the surface, the diagonal with this and this and this and this will be that angle. He don't want that. He want only one diagonal. That because of that, we understood that it has to rest on corner. Understanding what I'm telling? He's telling one of its diagonal. There will be two diagonals for a square. See now, I'll draw somewhere here. You try to draw the line at an angle of 45 degrees, thin line. Then keeping somewhere, you draw to the actual scale, 40 mm line, 40 mm square. Then draw perpendicular line, 40 mm perpendicular, 40 mm perpendicular. Then again, complete this, 40 mm perpendicular. So that if you draw like this, so where is the diagonal? Diagonal will be this and this. If I rotate, this only one diagonal will be at an angle of the given. What is the given angle with respect to HP? One of the diagonal is inclined to HP at 30 degree. So with that, I came to know it should be resting on one of its corner. This is A, B, C, and D. You take the projection line. If I take the projection line and complete the front view, if I draw the front view, the naming here it should be A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. I hope you understood what to do, how to do this. So angle is 90 degree, show the dimension. What is the dimension of this? The dimension of this is 40. So this completes the first position, front and top. So what is the next position? How to draw? With respect to HP, what is the angle given? 30 degree. So move conveniently, draw 30 degree line. Simply draw 30 degree line, extend the line, extend the length of the line, and maintain this as 30 degree. Measure the length of A dash to C dash, keeping this as a center, cut an arc. So that if you cut an arc, you'll get an arc here, that is C dash. Once again, measure the length of AB, cut an arc. So that if you cut an arc, you'll get B dash, T dash. So make this thick. This is the lamina for us. Further thing is not a lamina. Only the lamina is from here to here. This is A dash. Take vertical projection. Vertical. Vertical. Horizontal projection. Horizontal projection. And somebody has drawn during this projection line as hidden line in submission. So that don't draw hidden, means don't draw with the dotted line. It's supposed to be a continuous thin line. Then take the show the arrow marks. Show the arrow marks. Complete this. If you complete this, how you will get? You will get a square lamina. Again, you will get a square lamina like this. This is A, B, C, and D. I hope this till here we have done one problem. Resting on one of its corner, tilted to angle of 30 degree. So till here we are done. Now the next question is the other one. What is the angle given with respect to VP? The angle given with respect to VP is 45 degree. What should be 45 degree? That is important. What should be 45 degree? The diagonal, one of its diagonal. See here, the length of this diagonal, if the surface is rotated, only the AC is rotated. Because of the rotation of AC, the length of AC in this position is reduced. But the length of BD here and here it is same. So he's telling one of its diagonal should be rotating twice. So we are concentrating AC is rotated once, so that once if it is rotated to HP, the length is reduced. Again, he wants this to rotate with respect to VP. So I told, whenever the same line is rotating twice, beta is required. That means if the length of AC is bigger here and if the length of AC is smaller here, then again we are rotating AC, then beta is required. In the same question, if I tell the diagonal appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degree, then beta is not required. Because even though the length of the diagonal is reduced, because of the word called appears to be, that appears to be indicates he has done the calculation of beta and directly the value of beta is given. So now he has not given appears to be in the question and he is telling the same line is rotating twice, then definitely beta is required. Clear? So when beta is required, whenever the same line is rotated, we need to show the beta. Even though in some problem the same line is rotated twice, beta we are not showing. Why? Because in that question, he used to mention appears to be. Whenever the appears to be comes, even though length of the line is reduced, then beta is not required. Clear? So what is the angle? 40 degrees. So we take a parallel line, draw 45 degree, whatever the angle given, 45, 40, 30, whatever. Measure the original length of AC, cut an arc. So this is the original AC. Then draw the locus. Once the locus is drawn, take the reduced AC here, keeping the same center, cut an arc. So this is the reduced AC. Draw the line, measure this, extend that. This is called beta. You need to calculate what is the beta and write the answer. Beta for the given problem is so and so, that angle. Then how to proceed for this? You should concentrate only on the beta line, not for the first line. First line you forget now. Once you get beta, there is no use of the first line. We should concentrate on the second beta line. So what has to come on those 2 points? We are having this 1 point. This is 1 point. Out of those two, what has to come? Either A and C. A has to come here or A has to come here. C has to come here or C has to come here. Anyone. It's up to you. Take this AC and I'll rotate. So this is C. I'll take for this finger. Means for a ring finger, I'll take C. Sorry, middle finger, I'll take C and thumb, I'll take E. Take this and rotate. So this is C and this is A. C and A is done. C and A is done. We want D and B. To get B and D, we are having CA. In between, there is one intersection point. I'll write this as M. I'll write this as M and draw perpendicular line to the beta line. Then measure from M to C, sorry, M to B, M to D. M to B, M to D. So this is, if you rotate like this will go as D, this will come as B. Then complete that. See, the figure will be rotating like this. Once you've done this, take the vertical, horizontal projection, complete this speed. Complete. I will not do this now. You have to complete this. So understood now when beta is required, I'll repeat once again. Whenever the same line is rotated twice, here he is telling the diagonal is rotated to HP and the same diagonal is rotated to VP. So the same diagonal is rotated twice, then beta is required. In the same problem, if I mention appears to be inclined to VP at 45 degree, then beta is not required because the beta value itself is 45 in that case. Whenever he has given appears to be, the beta value itself is 45 degree. Hence, in the problem, I have not given appears to be, we want to take the beta. Try to draw the rough figure now. Once the class is completed, go for the actual scale and complete the image. Go for first, second, and third position. This is called first position, second position, and third position. I have not drawn the third position front view. You should draw the third position front view. You try. If you're having doubt, please ask me. I'll explain. I hope you are done. We'll go for the next problem. I hope you are done. We will go for the next problem.
Sir, can you move the camera to a little right?
Right side, means towards the first position,
No,
or
sir,
towards the last position.
last position.
Okay. Can I see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, complete this. Okay, and then I'll go with the next problem. The next case we will go with the pentagon. Square is done, and equilateral triangle is done, rectangle is done, and isosceles triangles are done. Now I'll go for one more lamina called the pentagon. One more lamina called as the pentagon. Take this. Take this problem. A pentagonal lamina, P-E-N-T-A-G-O-N-A-L, a pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides, a pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides. What is the other name for sides? The other name of sides are edges. A pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides is resting on HP. Is resting on HP with one of its edges. such that the surface makes an angle of 60 degrees, 60 degree with HP, 60 degree with HP, full stop. The edge on which it rests, is inclined at 45 degree to VP, 45 degree to VP, full stop. Draw its projections. So that is the given question. So to draw the first condition, what are all the things you should know? You should know what is the lamina given and what is the size of the lamina and whether it is resting on HP or VP. Those three conditions are mandatory to know to draw the first position. What is the given lamina? The given lamina is pentagon. 25 mm, resting on HP on one of its sides. So if you know these four conditions, definitely we can draw the first position. See here, this subject is so easy that all the data will be given in the question. Everything will be given. Only he is expecting you to reproduce that sentence form into graphical form. That's all. So because he has given a pentagonal lamina, 25 mm sides, resting on HP on one of its edges or one of its sides. So you know how to draw. This is given in the sentence form. You should draw this as a first position in the graphical way. How to draw? Again, as usual, I'll draw Y, X, VP, HP. That is done. So now pentagonal lamina. First, it is resting on sides. No, I'll draw one side towards leftmost. I'll complete one of the side towards leftmost of 25 mm sides. This is done. Then what you're supposed to do, you concentrate here. Pentagon. Pentagon means we want 5 sides. So that 360 by 5 will be 72 degree. So see what we'll do. I'll keep here the protractor and I'll draw the line of 1. This angle should be 108. Outside angle should be 72 and inside angle should be 108. Understand this. And again from this edge, I'll draw a line simply with the protractor and this angle also I'll maintain 108 degrees. Then what is the length of this edge? Again, it should be 25. So cut an arc for 25, cut an arc for 25. So we got 25 mm at a distance of 108, means at an angle of 108, 25 mm at an angle of 108. That we did. Then once you know these two edges, then keeping this as the same point, simply cut an arc with the compass of 25 mm. So that those two will intersect somewhere and join this. This completes the pentagon. So I'll repeat again. So to draw the pentagon, first you draw one edge. Then keeping a protractor and taking an angle of 108 degree on either sides, draw the length of the line and take 108. That line should be at an angle of 108 and the length of the line should be 25 on either side. Then keeping this point of 20 from here, cut an arc of 25, cut an arc of 25. So that you will get a pentagon. So this is how we are supposed to get the pentagon. And this is A, this is B, this is C, D and E. Now we will get 5 corners. And what is the length of this? This length of the given pentagon is 25. So complete this. You know how to draw this. You show the angle 108 degree only once. I have shown here twice only to explain. For the next problem onwards, I will show only the angle once. I will not show the angle twice. So what I did, I'll repeat again. I'll draw a vertical line. First, I'll draw the vertical line. From this point, draw the line at an angle of 108. From here, draw the line at an angle of 108. Then from here, cut an arc of 25. From here, cut an arc of 25. So you get these 2 points. Wherever the arc is intersected, from there, again you cut an arc of 25. From here, cut an arc of 25. Wherever those two are coinciding, if we join, we will get an exact pentagon. I hope you are done. Then I'll proceed. Once the pentagon is done, you take the vertical projections from A, B, and C. The point B and D will coincide. A and E will coincide. So that even though there are 5 points, A, B, C, D, E, we will get only 3 vertical lines because the points will coincide. Make sure B and D coincides with a single line, A and E coincide with a single line. Like that you're supposed to do. If you're not getting, then definitely went somewhere wrong. Join this with the horizontal line. What is the name of this? See, if I see from the bottom, A, easily I can see, I'll write A dash. This is B dash, C dash. Where I supposed to write D? The point D is behind the point B if I see from the bottom. So put this in the bracket, D dash, E dash. This is the front and top view of the pentagonal lamina in the first position. So with respect to this, see now, all the data are satisfied. A pentagonal lamina, 25 mm sides, rest on HP on one of its edges. So all are satisfied. So if you complete this, you will be having 30% of the marks with you. Just by completing the first position, you will get the 30% of the marks. Imagine how easily you can get 30% of the marks out of the maximum marks. So complete the pentagon. And please let me know. Somebody message if it is done. I'll tell who has to message. Please message me. Brijesh. I want Brijesh to message after completing the first position. Brijesh, you there? Once it is done, please message me. Okay, done. I am understanding that Brijesh has messaged so that everybody has done clear. Then we'll go with the next position. So what is the next condition you should write down here? So once this is done, you rub this. What is the next condition? Check out it is resting on which plane. It is the lamina is resting on HP. So satisfy the condition with respect to HP. What is the given condition with respect to HP? What is the condition given? With respect to HP, he is telling that resting on HP, one of it such that the surface makes an angle of 60 degree. With respect to HP, 60 degree it's supposed to be. What should be 60 degree? He is expecting surface to be 60 degree. So how to do that? Where is the surface of the lamina? Now the surface of the lamina is resting and the angle is 0 degree. He don't want 0 degree. He want the edge AE should be resting on HP and the surface should be tilted to an angle of 60 degree. So what I'll do? Again, same procedure. Say I told all the problems are same procedure. Just the lamina changes. Move conveniently, keeping this as the center. Cut an arc of, draw the line of 60 degree. Simply draw the bigger line at an angle of 60 degree. Now measure AC, A dash, C dash. Cut an arc. So this is C dash, this is A dash, E dash. Then measure AB, cut an arc. So this will be B dash within a bracket, D dash. Now where is the lamina now? This horizontally kept lamina is tilted at an angle of 60 degree now. This is tilted to an angle of 60 degree. Now what we want to do? After this, take the projection vertically down, vertically down, vertically down. Horizontal from A, horizontally from B, horizontally from C, horizontally from D, horizontally from E. So this, if we join corresponding points, the second position top view will be finished. A dash and A will be coincide, I think probably here. This will be B, this point. And this point will be C. And here it will be D. This will be E. You join that. If we join, we will get the second position top view. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to A. This completes the pentagon in the second position. Complete the pentagon in the second position. Now for time being, you can take the rough figure. After the class, you have to draw to the actual scale. Now I want Bhavana to message if it is completed. So now the second position, front and top view is done. Just I have missed in the question is the arrow marks. I will not draw the arrow marks from now. It's your responsible to draw the arrow marks for all the problems. Okay. So from now onwards, what I'll do is I'll try to reduce the time. Wherever it is possible to complete the problem, I'll complete with that lesser time. Okay. He has messaged stating that it is done. I hope everybody has done till the second position, top view. I'll go with the third position now. What is the third position given? I'll move with the third position. So what is the third position condition given? He has given third position means with respect to VP, no? With respect to VP, what is given? With respect to VP, angle is, with respect to VP, the angle given is, I think 45. With respect to VP, the angle given is 45 degree. What has to come on that 40? Okay, I'll draw 45 degree first. Draw the parallel line. 45 degree is done. This is clear. Now, my next question is, what has to come on this 45 degree? That is very, very important. Read the question. What he has given? What is the given condition, or what is the thing given in the question, or what has to come on that 45 degree? The edge on which it rests, or the side on which it rests, is inclined at 45 degree to VP. That means what? It is resting on what side? What is the name of the side it is resting? As it is resting on AE. This is the side on which it rests. This side has to come on that 45 degree. So what I told, whenever the same line is rotated, beta is required. Let me check that. How to know that the same line is rotated once already? Check the length of AE in the first position. Check the length of AE in the second position. Whether the length of AE is reduced? No, it is not reduced. Now he is telling to rotate AE. So AE only once it is rotated now. Correct? So no, beta is not required. How to know that whether the line is rotated once or twice? Just you measure the length. First you concentrate. What has to come here? We know the side on which it rests. It is resting on AE. So we come to know that AE has to come here. So measure the length of AE in the first position and in the second position. Whether it is reduced? No, it won't be reduced. It will not be reduced. It is not reduced. So that beta is not required. Clear? In the same question, if I tell the median passing from the point C is rotated. So the median passing from the point C is this. This will be the median passing from the point C. The length of the median in the first position and the second position, it is reduced. So again, he is telling the median to rotate, that beta is required. Understood? So for this present problem, beta is not required because he is telling on this 45 degree line, the edge on which it rests has to come. So that means AE has to come. The length of AE in the first position and the length of AE in the second position is same. There is no change in the length of AE. So beta is not required. So measure AE, cut an arc. So this will be A and this will be E. There is no rule that A has to come here only. It can be anywhere, but it has to, AE has to come on that line. So if I take AE and place here, the remaining figure where it has to go, it has to come here. So how to draw? Check out here first. Measure AE. In between AE, there is one intersection. So let me mark that intersection and I'll name it as M. So the relation between M and C, AE is perpendicular. So I'll draw perpendicular line. So, you know, measure the length of MC, cut an arc. So this is C. A is finished, E is finished, C is finished. A, E, C is finished. So we want B and D. So to get B and D, we are already having perpendicular line, no? We are having perpendicular line, this perpendicular line. Again, in that perpendicular, there is one intersection. I'll name this as N. So measure from M to N and mark this as N. What is the relation between MC and this BD? Perpendicular. So draw perpendicular line. Perpendicular to what? For what? For MC. So measure from N to B, N to B, N to D. So you'll get this. So what I did, first AE I have marked. I measured the distance of A and M. I marked here. Then I drawn perpendicular line. Then I measured from M to C. I marked. M to C is finished. Then in between M and C, there is one intersection where if I draw perpendicular, I can get easily the point B and D. So that I marked as an imaginary point N. I drawn perpendicular to MC and I obtained D and B. Now you complete AB, BC, CD, DE and AE. So this completes the lamina in the third position top view. Third position top view, the lamina looks like this. Nothing I done. I copied the same figure here. While copying, I concentrated this line, and this line. That's all. So these three lines I concentrated and I completed the image. So to concentrate on those three, I want A, E, M, N. So I got A, E, M and N and completed the remaining. So you're supposed to copy this figure here. So for all the problems, take this parallel line. I'll tell you why. In the next chapter, you'll come to know what is the use of this taking parallel line. So once this is done, similar procedure. Take the vertical projection, horizontal projection, complete the image. I think if it is in a classroom, then I would have called somebody to draw the vertical horizontal projection, complete this image. But here, I only supposed to do this, so that I'll do now. A, B, C, D, E. C, B. Draw the arrow marks. So I told next problem onwards, I will not draw the arrow marks. From A to E, where those two are coinciding, here. This is A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. Join A, B, C, D, you'll come to know how the pentagon will look like. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to E. The pentagon in the third position, top front view, will look like that. So once you are done, please let me know. Okay, please message me, anybody, or else I'll tell the name who has to message. I want Chetan Kumar GA to message. Okay, message me once it is done. Okay, here's message. So that I'll go for the next problem. Next problem with the same pentagon, so that we'll be having a more clarity when to take the apparent line, that is beta. Take the problem. A pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides, a pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides rest on HP on one of its corners. A pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides rest on HP on one of its corners. Such that the perpendicular bisector of the edge passing through the corner on which the lamina rests is inclined at 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to VP. Full stop. Draw the top and front views of the lamina. Okay, I'll repeat the question once again. A pentagonal lamina having edges, means a pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides rest on HP on one of its corners, such that the perpendicular bisector of the edge passing through the corner on which the lamina rests is inclined at 30 degree to HP and 45 degree to VP. Full stop. Draw the top and front views of the lamina. The other name for draw the top and front views of the lamina is just to draw the projections. Both are having the same meaning. Draw the front and top views of the lamina or draw the projections of the lamina. Both are having same meaning. So we'll go for the pentagon. So what I told, first to go for the first position, what are all the data you should extract from the question? You should extract from the question is, what is the given lamina? What is the size of the lamina? And it is resting on which plane? And whether it is resting on corner or edges. So he has given a pentagonal lamina, 25 mm sides, resting on HP on one of its corners. So here what we did, it's resting on edges. Now it has to come with a corner. The point C has to come here, means the corner has to come here. How to draw that? I'll explain that. So drawing a straight line that is XY horizontally, XY, VP, HP. Then to get a corner here, how to proceed? Don't start from the corner position directly. What we did, what we supposed to do, draw vertical 25 mm, take the protractor and make 108 degree, 25 mm. Then from here, cut an arc of 25, So like this, you supposed to construct the pentagon. Even though we want corner here, you start from the edge so that it will be easy. Drawing an edge to the vertical line is easier compared to this corner and starting the problem. Okay. So this is the method how to construct the pentagon resting on a corner. Now after this, name it. This is A, B, C, D, E. Check out. The point A is towards the corner right side. Then it is called as towards leftmost. So that is called corner A. You show the angle only once, 108 degree, and show the dimensions. What is the size of this pentagon? The size of the pentagon is 25. Take the projection from point A, point B, point C and D. Vertical projection is done. You are supposed to draw the arrow mark. I will not draw the arrow marks now. Then complete this horizontal line. So this is the front view of the given lamina. This is A dash, B dash, C dash. Here you will get D dash. Here you will get E dash. This completes the first position, front and top view. After this, it is resting on which plane? It is resting on HP. So satisfy the condition with respect to HP. What is the angle given with respect to HP? He has given one of the bisector. One of the bisector is at an angle of, he has given the circle bisector of the edge passing through the corner on which it rests is inclined at 30 degree to HP. That means what? here we will get 5 bisectors, correct? Passing from A to this point, B to this, C to this, D to this, and E to this. There will be 5 bisectors. Out of those 5, he is selecting only one. That is the bisector passing through the corner on which it rests. It is resting on point A. From this is the bisector. He is concentrating only on this bisector. That bisector is at an angle of 30 degree to HP. Right now, what is the angle? How to identify? Here, where is the bisector? The bisector is from on A dash and the C. It is on the surface. The other name to tell the surface is inclined to 30 degrees, the bisector is 30 degrees. That means this bisector is also on the surface. If it tells the surface is 30 degree and the bisector is 30 degree, both are same meaning. So what I'll do, I'll move conveniently and draw at an angle of 30 degrees. Simply draw the line at an angle of 30 degrees. Mark AC. Keeping this A, cut an arc. So that this point is C dash, D dash. Then AB. This is B dash, E dash. Make it as a thick line. Join this with a thick line. This completes, even though the surface is inclined or the bisector is inclined, both are same meaning because the bisector is on the surface only. So, bisector or the surface is 30 degree. Both are same meaning, and we got this figure. We got this image. Then take the vertical projection and horizontal projection. Take the vertical projection from A, B, C. Again here, A, B, C, D, E. You put the arrow mark, complete the image. If you complete the image, how you will get? You will get this as A, this as B, C, D, E. Join from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, again E to E. This completes what? Second position, front and top view of the lamina is done. That means the median is this perpendicular bisector passing from the resting corner, that is this point A, and this line is 30 degree. It is done. If it is restricted to 30 degree, the length of the lamina is reduced compared to the first position. I hope you can do that also. Then we'll go for the third position. To go for the third position, what is the angle given with respect to VP? With respect to VP, the same line is 45 degree again. That means first I'll draw 45 degree line and I'll explain it. First I'll draw 45 degree line. I'll draw parallel. I'll take 45 degree line. What has to come on that line? He is telling the median has to come. So the median of the second figure or bisector. Bisector and median are same meaning. Measure from A to this point. Measure this. This has to come here. But what is the length of this A and the median passing from the A and the median passing from the A from the first position? The length is obviously it is reduced. Here the length is bigger. Here the length is smaller. He wants the same line to be rotated again. Then what is required? If the median or any line is rotated twice, once with respect to HP and again with respect to VP, then definitely we want beta. So how to get the beta? Once you draw 45 degree, measure the original length of the bisector, keeping anywhere at an arc. Then draw the locus. Then you measure the reduced median from the same center, cut an arc. See, remember this arc will cut twice. You concentrate on the arc which is nearer to the first arc, which is you concentrate on the intersection point which is nearer to the first intersection. Join from here to here, arc to the point and then extend. This line or angle is called as beta. You write down that as beta and you have to find out what is the value of the beta. What is the value of the beta? You have to find out. Done. Now can you tell what has to come on this line? What has to come on this point and this point? Definitely the point A and M has to come over those 2 points. Either A can come here or M can come. A can come here or M can come. No issue. But we want this median has to place there. Somebody will place like this so that M will go here and A will come here. Somebody will place in the other way. Both are correct. You will get the mark for both. It's up to you whether you will rotate in this direction or in this direction. So easiest way is A I'll keep for the thumb, M I'll keep for the middle finger. Take this, rotate. So this will be M and this will be A. I'll name it. What is the name of this? A and this is M. A and M is done. So we want CD. What is the relation between AM and CD? AM and CD is perpendicular. So draw perpendicular. From where I supposed to draw? You draw the perpendicular point from M. Draw perpendicular from M. Measure from M to C. Where it has to go? See, if I take this, whether C has to come this side or this side. You know, C has to come this side. D has to go here. C and D is finished. So you completed A, M, C and D. So to go for these 2 points, you get this intersection. That is intersection between A and M. A is here, M is here. So I'll get this intersection and I'll name this as N. Draw perpendicular. Perpendicular to what? AM. Perpendicular to AM is this. Then measure N to B, N to E. N, where B has to go, if I rotate like this, B will come here. Correct? If I go rotate like this is E, and this side we will get B. So we got all the points complete. A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to M. See, just you should concentrate how to reproduce this figure here. Many students I observed in the exam, they will fail to reproduce this figure to here. It is very simple. Just copying this figure and pasting here. That's all. But what is the procedure you follow? You follow the procedure very simple. First, you measure AM, mark AM. In between AM, what is there? There is one intersection that is called N. You get that intersection. Draw perpendicular. Once you draw the perpendicular, you will get these 2 points. That is finished. And from the point M, you draw perpendicular. And then you will get D and C. Name it properly. Then draw the vertical projection, horizontal, complete this image. So that completes the front view of the third position. B, A, C, E, D. So where you'll get this is A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. Join that. You'll get an image with the proper A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to E. See, remember, I have not used any instruments. Just I have drawn randomly. So I am getting this figure. In your figure, that point D may go outside, E may come inside. No issue. You follow the procedure and complete the image. Okay? Because I am not sure whether it is 45 degrees. Simply I drawn here just to explain you. So wherever the point D may go outside, E may come inside. No issue. You draw as per the procedure and complete the image. If you are done, please let me know so that I'll give one homework and I'll wind up the class. Okay. So I want now Krutik NM to answer. Okay. Once it is done, please let me know so that I'll give one more homework question and I'll wind up the class. See, still out of 29, only 18 students are joined. In between, I saw the 20. Strength was 20, but now it is 18. So make sure and inform all of your friends to attend the class regularly. Sir, explain the third position. Okay, whether the third position top view or front view? I hope front view you can get no vertical and horizontal position, you get the front view. The top view is the doubt for you, yes. So here, the top view, in the top view, he is telling the median is rotated to VP at an angle of 45 degree. Where is the median? The median or bisector. Other name for median is bisector. This A and M is the median or bisector. He wants this to be projected here. To copy that here. So you measure the median of this line, the length of the median of here in the second position and the first position. In the first position, the median length is bigger, and in the second position, the median length is small. It is reduced. Therefore, beta is required. So what you do? Draw the 45 degree line, measure the original length of bisector, cut an arc. Once the arc is done, draw the locus. Then measure the length of the second bisector, cut an arc from the same point to the locus. Arc will be done. You join the line from here to the center and extend. You will get beta. That is, I think probably there is no doubt till there. Next, how to copy this figure. So we want bisector, no? A and M. So what I did, I will copy AM and I'll place here AM. A and M is done. Once you finished AM, in between AM, there is a point called N. So mark that in between AM, you intersect and mark N. So I got a N point. So the relation between this E, N, B is perpendicular to A, N, M. So I'll draw perpendicular line, measure N to E, cut an arc, measure N to B, N to B. So I got E, A, B, and M. So to get C and D, again from the point N, draw perpendicular line. Draw the perpendicular to the beta line. Then you will get D and M. Complete this. Slowly you try to do, you'll come to know. If you listen, you cannot understand. If you involve and try to draw, you will get definitely. See, just drawing beta line and marking A, N, M and drawing perpendicular from point M, point N. Cutting an arc on either side, we will get the image. Okay, good. So feel free to ask the doubts. If anybody is having any doubt in any of the position or any of the problem, please let me know that. Don't hesitate to ask the doubts. And also please message me whatever the problem I have given as an assignment. Try to draw in a plain sheet or in a sketchbook and message me so that I'll identify what mistakes you have done and I'll correct you. It will help you in the exam if you solve by yourself. Your involvement is much more required for the drawing subject rather than listening to the class. Simply listening to the class and going out is just, you cannot understand anything. You have to involve. You have to draw to the actual scale. Please let me know once it is done, once it is completed. Once it is done, please message me. So don't waste time. I told somebody to message. No, please message if it is done. Or if anybody is completed, please message me. It is completed, sir. So that I'll go for the next problem. I'll give one who has an homework. Try to complete and come. Still nobody completed? Don't draw to the actual scale now because it consumes a lot of time. You can draw to the actual scale later on. But now understand the procedure. Draw the rough figure. After the class, you complete to the actual scale. If you're having any doubt, you can ask me. I'll explain you. So somebody please message if it is done, if it is completed. Anyone? So don't leave the class. I'm not taking the attendance yet. I'll take the attendance. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. You are completed. I'll go with the next problem and take that as an assignment and complete. Okay. Whatever the assignment questions and whatever the questions I've done in the class, I will verify once again once the college reopens. So make sure everything is completed in the sketchbook on the day only. Because on the end of the day, if you want to complete, you cannot complete on a single day. On the same day, you have to reproduce in the sketchbook. Take to the next problem. Try to solve this by yourself. If you're having a doubt, ask me. Try to solve. Nothing will happen. You can do that. Take this. A pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides. A pentagonal lamina of 25 mm sides. The other name for side is edges. Remember, 25 mm sides is resting on HP. With one of its corners. Is resting on HP with one of its corners, such that the edge opposite to this corner, is 20 mm above HP, 20 mm above HP, and makes an angle of 20 mm above HP and makes an angle of 45 degree with VP. 45 degree with VP. Full stop. Draw the projections of the lamina. And find the inclination of the lamina with HP. So I'll repeat once again, or somebody repeat the question. Anyone? I'll tell the name so that please repeat so that everybody will come to know what is the question given. And I'll also come to know whether you copied or not. Ashit Kumar Badgi.
Yes, sir.
Repeat the question.
1 second, sir. I was not here, so I had gone to eat breakfast.
Yeah, no, some students will be not listening. Ayush Chandra.
sir.
Yeah, can you repeat the question?
Sir, a pentagonal lamina of 25 mm side is resting on HP with one of its corners such that the edge opposite to this corner is 20 mm above HP and makes an angle 30. Angle is 45.
Makes an angle of
45 degree.
Yeah, 45 degree
with VP.
Okay.
Draw the projections of the lamina and find the inclination of the lamina with HP.
Okay. You please try to. Anybody having doubt in this question? Whether beta is required or not? That is my question. Whether it is required or not?
The beta is not required, sir.
Very good. Because once the surface is inclined and the edge opposite to the corner on which it rests, the length of that is not reduced. He is telling that to rotate at an angle of 45 degree with VP. So beta is not required. Cross check, try to do by yourself and post that answers to my WhatsApp, so that I'll check out what mistakes you have done. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that today I'm going to conclude the class. Just be online and take the attendance. Just be online and take the attendance. I'll take a photo of the attendance. Those who attended, don't talk, okay? If you talk, the order will change. Okay. Meanwhile, you also please, in the chat box, you please type your USN number and just type present. Just P. Type your USN number P and leave the class. Complete while coming for the next class. Okay. Anything to be discussed? If you want anything to be discussed, please let me know.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. You just type your USN number. In front of that, you type P and you can leave. You can leave the class. Type only once. Don't type twice. Abhishek, Akash, Ayush, Chetan Kumar, Paniraj, Shrikant, please type a P and you can leave. Akash, type P and you can leave. You leave the class. Abhishek, Ayush, Chetan, Paniraj, Shrikant. Paniraj, Abhishek. Okay. You can leave the class, Abhishek.